The aroma of freshly brewed coffee filled the air, a comforting warmth that enveloped Amelia like a soft embrace. She sat nestled in a corner of the bookworm's nook, her favorite cafe, her gaze lost in the pages of a well-worn Jane Austen novel. The gentle hum of conversations and the soft clinking of cups provided a soothing soundtrack to her literary escape. Lost in the world of charming characters and witty banter, she barely noticed the world around her. Sunlight streamed through the cafe's large windows, casting a warm glow on Amelia's auburn hair. Her fingers traced the edges of the book's worn spine, a familiar gesture that spoke of countless hours spent lost in its pages. With each turn of the page, she felt a sense of tranquility wash over her, a feeling of belonging that only a beloved book could provide. The cafe, with its mismatched furniture and walls adorned with bookshelves, held a special charm for Amelia. It was her sanctuary, a place where she could escape the demands of everyday life and lose herself in the written word. She cherished these moments of solitude, these stolen hours that allowed her to recharge and reconnect with her own thoughts and dreams. A shadow fell across her page, momentarily disrupting Amelia's concentration. She glanced up, a slight frown creasing her brow, ready to chide the intruder for disturbing her peace.
I hope I'm not interrupting.
But the frown quickly dissolved into a look of startled curiosity as her gaze met a pair of the most striking blue eyes she had ever seen. The stranger, a man with tousled brown hair and a disarming smile, stood awkwardly by her table, a book in his hand.
I couldn't help but notice you're reading Pride and Prejudice. It's one of my all-time favorites.
His smile widened, revealing a hint of boyish charm that instantly put Amelia at ease. Amelia, it's a classic for a reason. Amelia, usually shy and reserved, surprised herself by responding with unexpected warmth. Amelia, I lose myself in the story every time I read it. She found herself inexplicably drawn to the stranger's easy demeanor and his obvious passion for literature, a passion that mirrored her own.
I completely agree.
His eyes twinkling with amusement.
There's something about Austen's wit and social commentary that feels timeless, don't you think?
He leaned casually against the back of the chair opposite her, his gaze lingering on her face as if assessing her reaction. Amelia felt a blush creep up her cheeks, flustered by his directness yet strangely intrigued by his interest. Amelia? Absolutely. Amelia managed, her heart beating a tad faster than usual. She couldn't remember the last time she had discussed books with someone who shared her enthusiasm. She found herself opening up to this stranger in a way that surprised her, sharing her favorite passages and her interpretations of the characters' motivations.
As they talked, Amelia realized with growing astonishment that they shared a similar taste in books.
They effortlessly bounced from Austen to the Bronte sisters, their conversation peppered with quotes and literary references. Time seemed to melt away as they lost themselves in their shared passion, their initial awkwardness replaced by a comfortable camaraderie that felt both familiar and exhilarating.
I've never met anyone who gets as excited about books as I do.
He ran a hand through his hair, a gesture that Amelia found strangely endearing.
It's refreshing to talk to someone who understands the joy of escaping into a good story.
I know exactly what you mean, Amelia replied, her heart warming at his words. She had always felt a bit out of sync with her friends who couldn't quite understand her obsession with books. But this stranger, with his easy smile and his genuine appreciation for literature, seemed to see into her soul.
It's like finding a kindred spirit.
His blue eyes held hers with an intensity that sent shivers down her spine. Amelia felt a blush creep up her cheeks again, her heart pounding in her chest. She couldn't remember the last time she had felt this kind of connection with anyone, this sense of being truly seen and understood.
I should probably let you get back to your book. But I was wondering, would you perhaps be interested in continuing this conversation over coffee sometime? He seemed to hesitate for a moment, as if weighing his words carefully.
Amelia's heart skipped a beat. She had been so engrossed in their conversation that she had completely lost track of time. The prospect of seeing him again, of delving further into their shared love of literature, filled her with a giddy anticipation she hadn't felt in years. Amelia, I'd like that very much. She couldn't help but smile back at him, a genuine smile that lit up her face and made his heart skip a beat. His smile widened in response to hers. He reached into his pocket and pulled out a pen and a small notepad, scribbling down his number. S1. Wonderful. Here's my number. Call me whenever you're free. Amelia took the slip of paper, her fingers brushing against his, sending a jolt of electricity up her arm. Amelia, I will, she promised, her heart soaring with a mix of excitement and nervous anticipation. As he turned to leave, Amelia found herself watching him go, a strange sense of longing washing over her. She couldn't explain it, this sudden, unexpected connection with a complete stranger. But she knew, with a certainty that surprised her, that this chance encounter at the book cafe was only the beginning of their story. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to subscribe, like, and share our Lens of Life channel for more heartwarming content.